Hello YouTube, it's Mark from SpendingWages here. I'm back, and the first thing that I noticed was the change to the comment section. What a nightmare that is. Anyway, that being said, this video is very late in the day, what with the PS4 now being out, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out anyway, so let's get on with it. I'd been using a SCUF pad for about a year when this happened. It wasn't through rage, it was just simply through wear and tear. Because the pads are so expensive, you cannot afford to be slamming them down all over the place. You have to take care with them. When the rumble pack is removed, it makes the pad very light, and it also gives it a fragile feel, even though it isn't fragile, if that makes any sense. So maybe it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. No big deal, as the original X and circle buttons still worked. This pad was a standard config. I got onto SCUF's website and I ordered a replacement paddle kit, which didn't cost that much. They sent me out a key, some paddles and a lanyard. Now this sounds a bit tragic, but I actually couldn't fit the new paddles because two of the screws on the existing pad were jammed, and I didn't want to damage the pad, so I thought it best to send the pad back to SCUF. I did, and this is what I got back. I also asked them to change a couple of other things, one of which was to give the pad a total matte finish. Take off the lid and this is the first thing that you see. This is a completely new look compared to when I first ordered my SCUF pad about a year or so ago. This is SCUF's PS3 protection case or carry case, whatever you want to call it. It's an optional extra that I would highly recommend. And here's a very exciting look at the bottom of the box. I couldn't even say that without laughing. So yeah, and I'll take you through a few different views of the protection case or carry case. It is really well made and it does come in handy. Open it up and here's a first look at the new Stealth pad that I got back. As you can see, everything has been blacked out and the pad has a matte finish both front and back. There are many other styles and configs available on SCUF's website. When they first opened up to PlayStation, you really were limited to what you could and couldn't do. I think it would be fair to say that it was primarily an Xbox driven idea. Here's a different look from the top of the pad. You will see that R2 and L2 have a metal rim inside of them. These are the hypersensitive triggers that SCUF offers. Here's a look at the new paddles and warranty sticker. Going back to the hypersensitive triggers, to take advantage of these you have to flip the back buttons. So on Call of Duty, for example, you would look to have zoom and fire as L2 and R2. A quick look at the USB slot, and one thing you have to say about the PlayStation pads in general is that their battery life is quite good. And finally, a close-up of one of the paddles. In terms of a review, hopefully you've picked up some things along the way. I like SCUF's attention to detail. The paddles effectively halve the amount of times that your thumb needs to leave the right joystick. Something to watch out for is adjusting to the pad, as this will take some time. Now I know SCUF have plans to make a PS4 version, obviously. I was on their Twitter a few days ago and came across a tweet that said something along the lines of, we would be looking to get some sort of a model out around the second quarter of 2014. No doubt this will have a hefty price tag attached to it, seeing as the PS4 pad can do a lot more than the PS3 pad. A question could be, will the PS3 pad be compatible with the PS4? And with it being next gen and all that, I'm going to run with a no on that one. But then again, I could be wrong. Anyway, that's enough talk from me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care.